and he snookered 2 cushion, and he needs to just clip this. He's hit it full ball, he's pushed it over the corner. Is the brown going to come to his rescue here? The black has come to his rescue for the other red, and he is snookered on this. So what an escape that was.
Wow.
Well, Ding might have to just go across the table and try and pop this red this over the corner pocket. He's just said something to himself in Mandarin there. I'm not sure what it was, but Judd was very, very fortunate there.
Well, he may be able to play some type of late swerve, but does this red pot past the black?
If he can see enough of it, he'll take it on, but can he see enough of it? See, if he goes past the brown, he can only clip the cushion. There's the red we mentioned.
He might be able to double kiss it in off the top cushion with, if he's going to swerve it. It's just, you got to really be right behind this to know. Yeah, it's a swerve. Oh dear, horrible shot. He doesn't need position, although he'd like it. He's more or less obligated to play this swerve shot. Well, he changes his mind now.
Well, maybe he can see enough of this one, but it's a tough pot. There's a lot of pressure on this. Now what about that for a shot? Under pressure. That was superb. It really was. He's a cool customer.
If he's got an angle, he may well risk knocking the brown out. Great pot under pressure. Just a bit too straight there.
6. 7.
Maybe a bit too much pace. Is he just about okay? It's a delicate little one, but I think he can stun up past the pink here. You know, I really think he can hold this. A little delicate stun screw shot. He doesn't have to go along the line anywhere past the pink and black, and I think he'd be able to pull this off. Well played. He doesn't want to be straight on the red though. If he's straight on the red, he may have to just pot this and run in behind the black. There's a slight angle, but looking at the scoreboard, pot the red, tuck up behind the black if you don't really want to risk forcing it into a pocket.
He needs an angle on the black to get the yellow out if he wants to play that type of positional shot. It's just whether he can get out of the jaws.
What a great shot. That was a great shot. He's got the angle you said, Steve. To hit the ball into the pocket at that pace, with a little touch aside, watch it off the cushion, out onto the black. Superb. This looks good. It looks very good. Brilliant shot again.
20.
Wow, what a game of soldiers we've got here.
Now he's looking at the brown. He's got an angle here to try and cannon the brown out, but he's looked at the brown, so he may just play for the green to then drop in behind the brown. Just depends how he feels. Another quick look at the scoreboard. There's plenty of points there for you, Ding. Judd's got to just sit there and see what develops here. To move the brown, and he has done. That was a very brave shot.
Calculated risk there. Didn't really know where either ball was going, but he's got a sniff at the green. It's a more acute angle than it looks on our TV screen. It is missable. Hasn't got to do a great deal with the cue ball.
this will be one of the finest clearances in this year's World Championship if he can pot the last 4. Under the circumstances, Judd made a break of 51, and really he can't believe what he's watching here.
What a fantastic response from Junhui. And what if Judd Trump had have tried for that black?
He could have put that
40.
black safe, but that's a long, long time ago. This is an unbelievable clearance from this Chinese sensation. We've had 4 unbelievable frames of snooker from these 2 young, brilliant players, and you still can't separate them. We go to the mid-session interval. Unbelievably, it's 14-all.
Well, that was truly breathtaking. I'm going to try and gauge the opinion here of these 2 great former champions. That has got to be right up there with some of the best clearances you've ever seen, surely.
Well, I don't know if there is a Chinese superhero. I'm sure there is somewhere. I don't know off the top of my head, but if there is, he's just emulated him, because that clearance was absolutely ridiculous. Under the circumstances, 14-13 down in the semi of the world. What a clearance that was.
Incredible. He played so many great shots in there. He took the yellow off the cushion, took the brown off the cushion. Just under that pressure, just phenomenal.
I was going to ask you boys about when the magnitude of your first Crucible semi-final really begins to hurt. When does it actually start sinking in? And I think it might be just about
Well, they've
now.
got 15 minutes now in their dressing room to think about how big this is now, you know, when they come back out. But I mean, they both look like they're just enjoying it. They're not thinking about how big this is. They're just playing snooker, and it's just phenomenal standard.
From what we've seen in these 4 frames, clearly we might be well in for a grandstand finish here. What was Ding's body language, by the way, before he got up to actually make that clearance telling us, Joe?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I honestly couldn't answer you. I mean, he just obviously had his head down, looking at his cue and everything, and maybe it's his own form of getting through the match, and maybe he's doing his own form of meditation. Couldn't honestly tell you. It's just the way it is. But whatever it did, it worked, because he cleared up.
And of course, he already knocked in that break of 138 to equal Mark King, who I'm sure is delighted about that. Hi Mark, I'm sure you'd be happy to share the high break prize were it to happen. But and that in itself was a terrific mark of standards.
Incredible. I mean, and he never lost the white ball at all during that break. I must admit, I thought over a 4-session match, Ding's positional play might be the difference between the 2 players. So, you know, the 138, it was flawless, the 138.
Okay, well, you actually pointed out in that frame, Stephen, when we were talking and watching it progress, there was one shot that Judd refused, and it was the black, when the black was well off its spot.
I mean, Judd's so negative, I just can't believe it. No, but I must admit, I would never have been able to refuse this black to come down, because it was away from the cushion enough, I thought, to just raise his cue slightly and come down to the reds. But he's refused it. He's sort of curbed his natural game here, and it's cost him the game in the end.
What would your instinct have been at that point?
Safety,
John?
safety.
But to be honest with you, I'd have played a safety shot, because I can understand what Judd's thinking. He's got a 52-point lead. He's got a red on the side cushion. He's thinking, let's put another ball safe. Let's get an insurance policy in there. And he's just decided to play that. There was a few things happened between that and the end of that frame. And, you know, he's going to go, oh, I was right. I should have potted that. Believe you me, I don't think you can never beat yourself up for playing the right shot. I thought you played the right shot there.
Okay, well, let's just assess the way the next 4 could go. From what we've seen, who do you feel has the superior momentum at the moment?
Wow. Can I just say, I bet he's thinking in his dressing room right now, Judd, I wish I'd gone for that black. Anyway, Ding's got the upper hand. Ding's got the upper hand, of course, because he's won the last 2 frames, and that clearance was just incredible. But I don't think Judd's going to be too disappointed. I mean, he didn't do too much wrong. As John said, he felt he played the right shot at the time. Whether it turned out like that way, it doesn't really matter. So he'll still feel good.